Hi. This is what we at Tensa Outdoor have long called a ball loop with pin. There's a variety without the pin, it's slightly shorter, but they work the same. They're assemblies that you can thread through holes and close like this to hold together, for instance, Tensa4's 4 poles, or Tensa Solo uses a lark's-headed loop here, and then this is a toggle on which you hang your hammock. When I call this a toggle, you get the idea. It works like a toggle. It works well as a toggle when you are attaching it to more Amsteel, a small diameter line like that. Where it doesn't work so well as a toggle is with fatter line, like webbing. You can kind of make it work, but there are scenarios where if this loses enough tension, the ball is gonna pop through because it's not wide enough to serve as a good toggle. So we have remedied this situation with what we introduce as Tensa toggles. Now with an actual toggle, glass reinforced nylon, and it's pretty much a generic connector now, so you can use it, in intuitive mode as it's a toggle. Unlike the ball, when it's under load, it's very secure this way, cross to the line. When you have it under load, you can twist it and lever the toggle through to let it go. The ability to release under load is supported by an actual toggle shape, but not a ball. We have had, we've paid the expensive part for any plastic part is the mold. We now have a huge number of these toggles and are going to make them available a la carte if you want to convert your old ball loops into new toggle loops that you can use as a generic carabiner replacement. So that process is as simple as sliding that off the knot here that we've got, and discarding the ball, slipping on the toggle, and off to the races with that. I will take a moment to show how we make these, in case you want to make some of your own. If you have Amsteel that is not orange and you don't like orange, you can do that. We have tied many thousands of them on the couches of our homes at night, because it's a lot faster and easier than making a spliced continuous loop. I have a spliced continuous loop on my phone here. It's an elegant assembly, but it's skilled labor intensive, and when we're cranking out many, or if you don't know how to splice, we do it differently. So you take a length of line. This is, I forget how many inches. It doesn't really matter. Make it to suit your purposes. We use pins that help thread the assembly through smaller holes. We also, I'm going to tie a knot in this, but to keep the knot honest, or provide a little more psychological security, we put a stainless steel washer over both of the lines, and like so. And now I'm going to tie a fisherman's knot, which we have found is a very secure way to tie Amsteel. Won't slip, hasn't slipped. So what I've done, again, I set them across each other. With one side, I'm going to tie an overhand knot and cinch that up, and I have to leave a tail here. Don't allow this to be too short, or it can pull through when you tighten it, and then the whole thing would fail. So on the other side, I do the same thing. It's a mirror image. Cinch that up. So now I have two. I can slide them together, and they jam against each other. I'm going to set that. This is now rock hard, and there's no way in heck that I'm going to be able to pull enough line through for either of those tails to come through. So that was a quick and easy way to join this into a tight loop. again, the knot, or rather the washer that I put here, gives a clean thing to push up against. You can use it even without, you know, a toggle, because the knot itself, I mean, it's not very secure, right? But when I add the toggle, it will become very secure. Just stuff those things in the hole to keep it looking neat. But there you go. We just tied a Tensa toggle. You can do something similar on your own. By the time I put this video up, we'll have these available a la carte somewhere on the store. And documentation for a while may still refer to ball loops, because I'm perpetually behind on keeping that stuff up to date. But yeah, ever onward and upward.